Um, Thank you so much for everybody that's on right now. I'm super stoked and excited. I'm so glad you made it. You have no idea how grateful I am for this moment right now. Um, to even just get on here and talk about recalibration, right? So, welcome to the Recalibration Room. This is my first ever meeting for my new weekly series, which is going to be completely free. And the whole point of this series, or not the series, the Recalibration Room is so we can come together once a week and talk about maybe like a pain point or an issue that everybody might be going through. I mean, at least once in their life, or it will happen. I mean, it's just kind of inevitable. We all kind of like live similar lives. And before I continue, I am still recovering from the influenza B, so that's why I sound like this. However, I feel so much better. It started last Friday night, and then I thought I was going through some spiritual warfare, y'all, for real. I was struggling, okay? Like the Lord brought me back. Thank you, Jesus. Glory. Hallelujah. It was anyway, so yeah, I was really, really sick. And I'm on the up and up. So yay. Um, and I just wanted to be able to get on here and even with me recovering, I definitely wanted people to see me show up, even though like I'm not at 100 yet. So I've been conserving my energy, conserving my voice, and so I could show up for you guys today. And hopefully, you guys all enjoy what I got to say. A little bit about myself. I think just about everybody on the call knows who I am. I am Odelia Hernandez Underwood. I am a board certified nurse coach. I got fancy little letters behind my name. And I am a master's prepared nurse. I will be as of May of 2026. I just finished my last class on Monday. Woo! Happy dance. Okay. But yeah, that was trying. So I'm super excited about yay, thank you. Super excited about being done with that and I can like concentrate on other things that I'm more passionate about. My degree is obviously in nursing. Um, and a little more about me, if you guys already know, I was diagnosed with lupus about 10 or so in my early 30s. I'm 44 now. I was diagnosed with lupus around 32, 33, and I was doing nursing at the time. I don't think I was doing inpatient nursing yet. Or yeah, I was. I was doing inpatient nursing. I was, working the shit and, putting all of my all into my work, into people I took care of, and then, like being a mom and paying the bills and doing all the things, you working night shifts so you can make more money, you're taking contracts, you're wearing yourself out. So that kind of like had to change when I started to realize that I couldn't continue on the path that these doctors were putting me on. And the fact that I have the knowledge that I do have, I'm very grateful for. And I decided to use other means to heal myself versus using pharmaceuticals. I have been pharmaceutical free for over 12 months. I think January 11th was actually my 1 year anniversary being completely pharmaceutical free. And I mean, that's no Tylenol, no Motrin, no Mucinex, still to this day, no pharmaceuticals, yay, even with this thing going on. Um, I'm very, very grateful for that. Having, teaching myself the things that I need to do to heal myself. Like I said, they are non-pharma. So I like to use sound. Mindset actually is my number one thing, and I think what I'm most known for is plant medicine, cannabis for sure. I'm big on plant medicine, huge advocate. It definitely is medicine. Um, and that's what I've been doing this past year, keeping myself healthy through even natural remedies like clove tincture, um, and of course gummies. Vitamin C, zinc, oregano oil, all of the things. They're is a replacement I feel 100% in nature for all pharmaceuticals out there. That may be an unpopular opinion, and that's okay. Um, so anyways, I'm still recovering, so I wanted to make this short. These meetings are intended to last no more than 30 minutes. This is for any busy individual out there who has a lot going on. And to be honest with you guys, it is so heavy right now. It is so heavy. So for us to think that we need to be like light and sunshine and joy 24/7, that's hard. That is a really, really hard to do. And I'm here to let y'all know to have a little grace for, you know, I have heard really close friends of mine feeling some kind of way about, promoting their business. Like I had a friend of mine say, yeah, I make nails. What's the point of doing nails when the whole world is burning up around me? And, all the things, we know all the things that are happening out there. I don't even want to say them out loud. It's like saying, he who shall not be named. And I'm talking about Harry Potter, okay? Okay, let me stop. Let me be serious. Again, thank you so much for being here. So grateful for all of you. And today's pain point is our inner dialogue. What does your inner dialogue sound like? If anybody has any questions about me, please feel free to drop it in the chats. I will try to respond. The ADHD is great in this one, just so you know, I'm just making you aware and that I'm aware of my ADHD. Okay, I'm gonna definitely drink lots of water to keep hydrated. And I've been not speaking all day. I mean, I've been by myself all day, but like I'd be talking to myself all the time, and I've been having not to speak out loud to try to conserve my voice for this evening. All right, inner dialogue. It's probably enough about me anyway. I could talk about me all day. Um, I have notes because I need notes right now, y'all. We're doing this thing. All right. So, inner dialogue. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you in your mind. Oh my God, I suck. What did I do that for? Ah, like I'm so stupid. Ah, did I really just do that moronic thing? Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. Why am I so lazy? God, why am I so sick? Like, what does your inner dialogue sound like? Anybody want to drop anything in the chat or even unmute themselves and say, come on, Jaime, don't be a dumbass. Okay, I can relate. Okay, that's, yeah. Oh my God, why did you do that for? Okay. So you guys all know what I mean by your inner dialogue. The communication that you have inside. Ooh, that's a good one. You're wasting time. Oh, way to go, dipshit. Ooh, that's harsh. That's harsh. I'm a little slow. I'm a little, yeah, that's kind of harsh too. That's harsh. We don't talk to ourselves very nice, right? Like it's constant. It's it's like on repeat. It's like the thing, it's like your nickname, right? Dipshit, or dumbass, or I'm slow. That becomes part of your inner dialogue. Like how many times a day do you think you say those things? Anybody care to drop a number? Just five? That's good. That's good, Jaime. That's a really good number. Two to three? Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. That's not too terrible. You guys must have really good inner dialogue because you hang out with me. Just kidding. Let me stop. Um, okay. And how aware are you that you say these things to yourself? Anybody ever try to like stop themselves from thinking those things as soon as they come out? You're like, ugh, did I just say that? Or is it like normal talk to you now? Is it the thing you're used to hearing you say that you don't even realize you're being mean to yourself? Oh my God, you're just so silly. Ugh, you're so weird, right? So you're so weird. we're not nice to ourselves very often. So it's really important that here are some other examples. I'm so lazy. I always mess things up. Why can't I get it together? Oh my God. Why can't I get it together? Or why me? Right? Why me? That's another one. I'm not enough, or not me. Anybody ever hear that? Not me. That could never happen to me. Like somebody won the lottery and you're like, oh, that could never happen to me. Why not? Why not? Okay. Um, Nothing I do is ever good enough. That's terrible. I, but we say these things to ourselves on a daily and on a constant. Love all of your examples. We got to work on them. All right. And so I did ask AI to give me some references here about mindfulness. Uh, Mindfulness is awareness that arises through paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. This is by John Kabat-Zinn. Uh, I'm aware of my feeling. I smile to my feeling. My dear loneliness, I know you are there. I am here for you. Now that sounds sad. Okay. And then the Bible says, take captive every thought. All right. So be mindful of your inner dialogue, is what all those fancy words mean, right? So that's what they're trying to say is pay attention, become aware, notice it, notice the dialogue. Okay. And then once you do notice it, it's almost kind of like you can't unnotice it, which is a good thing. And I dare to ask you guys, not you people, dare to ask you guys, what do you say to yourself? Like when you catch yourself saying those things. Um, I think very highly of myself, so but I still do have some inner dialogue I need to work on. Like even for today. Uh-oh. I'm so excited that you guys are all here, but for sure, I was thinking to myself, what if nobody shows up? Right? I mean, I invited my family. Of course, people are gonna be there. So it's just the things that we tell ourselves, right? We psych ourselves out. Anyway, I dare to ask you, do I want this to be true? Odie, you're like, I'm not enough. Do I want that to be true? Somebody said on here, I'm slow, right? Do you want that to be true? So I got that from somebody on Instagram. Her name's Laura Catella. I want to give her some credit. But that was the thing she said, do you want it to be true? And if you recognize and notice and you're aware, like you're like, hey, no, I don't want to sit there and me being a dumbass to be true, right? Then and maybe that's a pretty harsh one. How do I reword it? Reword it, right? So if your answer is no, I don't want that to be true, think about the statement. Pick the one that stood out to you the most today, or maybe the thing that you say to yourself the most. Do I want that to be true? And if not, what is it the thing that I do want instead? And if it's like, if you can't imagine like the best thing ever, like the 10x version of that statement, then what about changing that statement 1%? Sorry, changing that statement into the 1% that you would believe to be true. Does that make sense or am I losing y'all here? So the first thing I want you to ask yourself when you notice the negative talk is the negative inner dialogue. Do I want this to be true? And say your name. Your name is so powerful. So, like Odie, do I want this to be true? If not, then what is it that I do want to be true? I'm going to take, I'm so lazy, right? This is the old talk. I'm so lazy. I'm going to reword that. And I'm going to use something more like, I'm learning to move with more intention. Ooh, right? Sounds better than, oh my God, I'm so lazy. Are you lazy? Or were you up all night taking care of a bunch of kids and, they were sick, or you're sick and you don't feel like cleaning your house right now? You're not lazy. You're just lifing, okay? You're not lazy. You're learning to move with more intention. Old. I always mess things up, right? What is the new statement for that one? How about I am allowed to learn and adjust? I like that one. I am allowed to learn and adjust versus saying I always mess things up. Nothing is changing. Okay. You ever feel like you're stagnant? You're in the same spot that you were last year? But that can't be true because change is constant. You're constantly changing. I mean, the cells on your body are constantly changing and renewing themselves. So, new verbiage, small change is still change. And if you think about a small change, like consuming 2 liters of water a day, I don't know if that's small change, or changing drinking water versus juice or something, that's the thing you pick. And you manage to do that every day. You pick the one thing though, right? And you manage to get that thing right. Just imagine the shift you'll have 6 months down the line. It's going to be massive. It's going to be compounded. All right. Next one. I will never get there. Oh, it's taking forever, right? Oh my gosh. New, new saying. Every day I can practice one better step. Okay. Every day I can practice one better step. Okay. Yes. Sound good? Can anybody or does anybody want to unmute and maybe let me know a thing that they tell themselves that they can reword?
I'll unmute. So when I call myself a dumbass, I sometimes have to just, tell myself, give yourself some grace. It's a maybe it's a common mistake. Typically, it's easily corrected, and next time, just acknowledge what you did and learn from your error or learn from what happened. It's just more of just a giving myself grace when I make an error or when I'm calling myself a dumbass because I did something that's just not really smart or intelligent, but it is smart and intelligent because you learn from your mistakes. So it's just reminding myself constantly that that happens and that it's okay. You know, everything can be fixed in life for the most part.
100. I love that. All right. I want to point out something that Jaime said. Jaime said, um, oh my gosh, you said something about changing. Tell me that one more time, Jaime. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, let me unmute you.
Sorry, I was muted on my side too.
I got, tell me that one more time because,
No,
it's,
everything, if I call myself dumbass because I make a mistake, things it's okay. You can always learn. You can always move forward. It's a learning process, and everything is typically fixable. Everything can be corrected. It's
okay,
not. I'm paraphrasing. It's not the end of the world. It's you know, learn from it and move forward and acknowledge that teaching, and that
yeah,
typically makes me feel better. You
that's the
know,
thing. Learn from your mistakes. So That's what stood out to me. Learning from your mistakes, and you can't ever really mess anything up too bad, right? I mean, you can always remix it or redo it or, make it better, change it up. See, someone says, instead of saying, I hope they like the songs I play, I've changed to, they are here to listen to me jam. That's right. That's my boy Josh. Hell yeah. 100. I often tell myself this is hard. I can't do this. Changing this is to, yes, you changed it to I can do hard things. I love that. Thank you for sharing, Miranda. Yes, I love that. And yeah, Jaime makes a good point too. Or you can start over. You can always start over. You make up the rules, right? That's the thing. I don't think we realize that we make up the rules, like we decide. But it's really hard to get to that point when, like you feel like you're in the dumps and you're in the poop, right? And it doesn't seem like you're going to get out of the poop. So make it something believable is the other thing, is the other trick. So catching yourself when you say it, right? What is the thing that I'm saying that do I want that to be true? Do I want, if you don't want it to be true, how do I say this in a way that I can believe it to be true, right? Little quick thing I like to share with some of my clients. Is taking a truth that you already know, like your body is constantly changing. 100. Like this to your core. There's no denying that your body is changing constantly. It's pumping blood, its cells are dying and renewing themselves. Your body works in an amazing way, right? So we know our body's constantly changing. Sometimes we tell ourselves change is hard, change is difficult, change is, I can't do change. I don't do well with change. Well, it's inevitable. You can't help but change. Like that's a truth. So I like to take a truth that I know and carry it over with me to the rest of my life. Like, oh, I know I'm constantly changing. My body is physically constantly changing every day. We wash our face every day. The cells on our face, the skin cells, they get washed off and we get new skin cells every day. So that's the thing. That's a truth that I do know, and I'm going to take that. Well, I know I can change then. Like change is easy. Change happens without me thinking about it, which it really does. The only thing we the only thing we can't stop is change. So, there we go. Like I said, I don't want to have you guys on here for too long, and it is about 7 minutes till 6:30, and I want you guys to go throughout your week this week and be aware. Maybe the one ugly thing you say to yourself that you say to yourself, right? Whether it be physical, emotional, or spiritual. I think when you tell yourself you're not enough, it's very deep spiritual thing that we should work on. So yeah, it's a holistic way of caring for yourself. So take this with you throughout your week. Awareness, because that's what we learned about basically. It's just being aware. And it's wild to see what awareness can do for you every day. Just knowing, noticing, and being aware of your inner dialogue, you'll start to notice, wow, I am not that nice to myself. Or, wow, I'm getting better and better at being nicer to myself every day. Um, I can't remember exactly where the phrase better and better comes from. It comes from some guru before Jose Silva. Jose Silva is my OG. For if those of you guys who don't, I'm really big into mindset. Jose Silva is a Mex guy who died, I don't know, a while ago, maybe in the 70s, but no. He was around in the 30s and the 40s and he was teaching mindset. So he's like a really I love him. He's not here with us, RIP, Jose Silva, but he's my guru. And all of the meditations that I know about him, I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder out there, but it's raining outside right now. Um, he would always be like, and every day is better and better. And if you think about that one little statement, right? If you can imagine that today is just 1% better than yesterday, even though it doesn't seem like it on the outside, think about all the little things that are good. So positive mindset, right? Anyways, I don't want to get off on a tangent. We're at time. Basically, 4 minutes. Does anybody have anything they would like to share or ask me? Feel free to unmute yourselves if you would like.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. It's
You're welcome.
always nice to actually get that, just that reminder. Because sometimes, like today on the way into work, I made my own video to remind myself because I was kind of a bit in a funk at one point. And I made a video just to remind myself of who I am and what I'm doing, and that it's okay to kind of get in a little bit of a funk, you know.
I mean, it's kind of an inevitable to get in a little funk every now and then, we can't control everything, but yes, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you guys for being here. You guys have no idea. You guys make me feel so special. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Hopefully, you guys will be here next week. And like I will upload this to YouTube and I will send you guys the link. Okay, so then you guys will always have access to it. You guys have a wonderful Thursday. Go out and do something fun, dance in the rain, sing, color, whatever it is, something that puts a smile on your face. Give people hugs because that's healing. Again, thank you so much for being here. I feel very blessed that all of you came out to listen. Seriously, you have no idea. There's so many of you guys on here. Um, Thank you. My fam showed up. MJ showed up. She my like new nurse friend. So excited. All right. She's doing big things, y'all. Congratulate MJ. She's like gonna be a nurse practitioner, yo. Woo! Yes. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are dope. Um, so many wonderful people here. Love y'all. Okay. Oh, thank you. Absolutely. Sonia, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Hope you enjoyed it and that you took something from this. I really do want to provide value. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go now for real, for real. All right. Again, bye. Thank you so much.